Hey friends, it's Sunny. I just wanted to take a few quick minutes and share a few things with you that I feel like God's put on my heart and is really challenging me with right now, and some things that are really helping me through this bizarre time. So I just wanted to take a few quick minutes and share them with you in hopes that maybe they help you through this time as well. A little bit of a backstory so that it makes sense. Right before all of this happened, my little family took a Disney cruise. LG calls it the Mickey boat. And before all of that, we had heard of coronavirus, but it was kind of in other parts of the world and didn't really seem all of that scary, and we felt like we could travel and still be safe. So we went. Had a great time. We're completely out of touch with the news and the world and all of that. And then we got off the boat and we got in our car to drive home and turned on the radio, and all of the DJs on all of the stations were using words like pandemic and social distancing and self-quarantine, and I didn't know what any of that meant. And it just really felt like we had stepped off of that boat into a completely different world. And so it's been really bizarre and a little scary. But one of the things that I started doing was keeping a journal. And to be completely honest, it started because I knew we needed to have 14 or 15 days of staying home and staying away from people to make sure that we hadn't been exposed to anything, to make sure we didn't expose anybody else to anything. And it was a countdown, and it was keeping track of if we had symptoms. But the really cool thing is that as time went on, as things got canceled and all of these things started changing so quickly, it also became a place where I could really write down my feelings. I could write down things that I was worried about. I could make lists of positive things, trying to keep myself uplifted. And it really kind of turned into a prayer journal. And I've always found myself drawn to Paul's letters in the New Testament. And one of my favorite scriptures that he writes, it's Ephesians chapter 6, verse 18. And he says, pray on all occasions, with all manners, all types of prayers. And I love that one because it tells us that prayer isn't just this one thing that fits in a little box. Prayer can be all kinds of things. And I really, like I said, I really feel like this journal has become a form of prayer for me. So I wanted to share that because it has really helped me, like I said, sort through some of my feelings, sort through some of the confusion. It helps me list out my blessings to show that there is still good going on. So I wanted to share that because maybe that's something that will help y'all through this time as well. I have journals like this that go all the way back to college, and one of the really cool things is that it allows me to look back and see how God was at work. Maybe I didn't see it at the time when I wrote that journal. Maybe right now it's kind of hard to see what's going on and what's the big plan or the big blessing out of all of this. But when you look back, I can look back at those journals and see, man, God was at work. And God was always doing things for my good. He's always faithful. And sometimes it's not in ways that I thought that it would be. And sometimes it is. But I think I'm really actually kind of looking forward to, I think this journal that I'm keeping right now is going to be a really cool kind